What's good, y'all? All glory to the one true God, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another story time. And today's story time is about the last whooping I ever got, and how it was the worst whooping I ever got. And now that I'm a grown man, I gotta be honest, I deserved it. I really did. I did deserve it because it was really over some dumb stuff. It was really stupid. But at the time, I thought it was genius. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna waste our time no more. Let's jump straight into it. So now back in 7th grade, I came up with this plan that if I looked more rebellious, I was gonna attract women.
I beg your pardon?
Don't clown me now. I was 12, 13 years old. I thought this was foolproof. I thought this was gonna have them all on me. It indeed not have none of them all on me. You know what I'm saying? I had absolutely no attention whatsoever. It was actually pathetic. But my game plan was to just always have my shirt untucked. Cause like, this is literally what I was thinking. I was like, they gonna be like, he rebellious. He ain't got his shirt untucked. You know you're supposed to have your shirt tucked. Huh? That's really what I was thinking. It was bad. And bad plans get terrible results, and that's exactly what I got. I got no attention. I was getting straight detentions. I was getting straight ISS, nothing but ISS, because I was not serving my attention. Because you had to get your parents to sign it to even get in, and I was not showing my parents that I couldn't keep my shirt untucked in school. Because my parents ain't with the stupidity. They gonna discipline you regardless. But if it's over something stupid, they gonna go from here to here with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So I'm not letting my parents know that I got detention because I can't keep my shirt untucked. I can't keep my shirt tucked. So that was the issue, right? And it was so bad that I had the whole majority of the teaching staff knew that Emmett Jefferson don't keep his shirt tucked. So they was always on the lookout for me, right? I had multiple teachers, right, that kept giving me detentions. Every time I walk in there, they looking, making sure that I had it tucked. I had a rep. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like if that school had the most wanted, I would be at the top. They was looking out for you, boy, making sure that I had my shirt tucked. That was it. So now teachers looking out for me, and they had a few some teachers just constantly just tell me, tuck your shirt in, Mr. Jefferson. Tuck your shirt in, Mr. Jefferson. Emmett, tuck your shirt in. And then they had others that really get sick and tired of it, and they'll just like slap the tenders at me. It's like after a certain period, they was like, all right, we just gonna keep giving it detention because like, bro, this don't make no sense. Until one faithful day, there was one teacher that got so sick and tired of it. She got sick and she got fed up with it. She hated that I could not keep my shirt tucked in. She was fed up with it. And she kept giving me the detentions, but obviously it was not working. You know what I'm saying? So I walked into her class one day, did not have my shirt tucked in, per usual. And this was, I was really insane. I must have been. Because why would I do the same thing and expect different results? I kept my shirt untucked. Bro, you're not getting no attention from females, bro. Why you not getting no attention from females? You keep getting detentions. You're not serving them. You keep getting ISS. I must have been insane a little bit in the head at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was down bad for real. So I went into the classroom. Obviously my shirt's untucked. She noticed it. She gets fed up. She explodes at me. She gets fed up. And I believe it was at the end of class that she caught me again. So she was like, all right, Mr. Jefferson, come here. And for y'all that's teachers out here, or for y'all that's had like been a student that's got on the teacher's nerves so bad that he or she did this to you, you ever had a teacher so mad at you that they start talking to you with a smile and they talk to you in like a childish way? You know what I'm saying? Like they're so like it seemed like they cool, but they really just that mad that they speaking like in a cheerful way. Like, because when she was talking to me, she was talking like this. Well, Mr. Jefferson, it seems like since you can't keep your shirt tucked in, we're gonna have to take you to the principal's office. We're gonna have to do that for you. We're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to breathe because you just can't seem like you just can't listen. That's what she was doing to me. She was that mad, bro. She was that mad. She was talking to me like that. When she looked happy, but she was really like aggravated with me, right? So Obviously I'm not taking nobody serious. They just gonna give me the attention. But now she's talking about she gonna bring me to the office. And I'm like, ooh. Because another thing, my dad, he's retired now, but at the time, my dad was really known throughout the whole school system, right? And his, I like to say one of his best friends is the assistant principal at the school, right? So for Emmett Jefferson, I never went to the actual principal's office. I always went to the assistant principal's office, right? That's why I always went. All the regular kids went to the principal. I went to the assistant principal because all the teachers knew that he was super cool with my dad. You know what I'm saying? So they'll bring me to him. I got special treatment. So now she's starting to threaten me to bring me up there. And I'm like, we ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do that. All that ain't necessary. Just tell me to tuck my shirt in and we go about our day and we can do the same thing tomorrow. Come on, you messing up the schedule. You ain't supposed to bring me to the office. Give me my detention, let me go home. That's what I'm thinking at the time. But she fed up. She really wanted me to, this untucked shirt was really bothering her. So she was just gonna bring me to the office, right? So now I'm getting scared because like I told y'all earlier, my mom and dad does not deal well with stupidity. You know what I'm saying? And this was pure stupidity. Why can't I keep my shirt tucked in? Because I want to impress women that's not giving me no attention anyways. And I don't want my parents to know this. And not only is it bad, the stupidity, they also gonna find out that I was getting a bunch of detention, wasn't telling them. And I've been staying in ISS majority of these days because I just can't keep my shirt untucked. I can't keep my shirt tucked, They not gonna let that fly. They gonna get all this information thrown on them at once. They gonna overload and just bust my grape. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to deal with that. So now I'm low-key starting to break down. I was like, bro, please. I'm looking at it. Please don't do this. Please do not do this. Don't do this to your boy. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But she, she's still like, oh, Mr. Jefferson, I just keep telling you that you have to keep your shirt tucked, but you're just not doing it. And I just seem like you're just not listening. It's not getting in here. You're not listening. And I have to believe that we're going to have to get your parents involved. We're going to have to bring you to the front office. Do you think I want to do that? I don't want to do that, but I'm going to have to do that because you're not listening to me, Emmett. You're not listening to me, Emmett. So I'm going to have to bring you to the principal's office because I know he's going to get you right. I'm like, bro, it's like that's literally how she was talking to me. And I was just I'm angry because like, bro, like stop talking to me like that. Like the same, and that also on the other side, I'm just, bro, my parents cannot find out about this, bro. Not for something this dumb. They gonna get called at work because his son can't keep his shirt tucked. Y'all just see it. Imagine being in my parents' shoes. Think about it. Imagine you may be at home or you may be working and you getting disturbed, your peace getting disturbed, your work getting disturbed because the school calling that, hey, your son an issue because he can't keep his shirt tucked in.
I'll blow up into smithereens and spew.
That will make you mad too. It's low-key making me mad. I ain't gonna lie to you. But at the time, I was really locked into, I'm gonna keep my shirt untucked because, I'm gonna get the shawty eventually. Long story short, I never got a shawty. So 12, 13 years old, by the way. Don't clown me. She starts leading me to the principal's office. It's done settled in. I know I'm finna get into so much trouble. I'm scared. Now I start crying. I kid you not, bro. I start bawling. I kid you not. I start bawling. And I'm crying. I'm pleading to her. And she's still talking to me. Well, Mr. Jefferson, those tears aren't gonna save you now, because if you just kept your shirt tucked, if you just listened to it, you just kept your shirt tucked, then you wouldn't have to deal with that, now would you? Bruh, that's making me even angrier because I used to cry when I was mad. I used to cry when I was angry too. So now I'm sad, I'm finna get figured out, and now I'm mad crying because she keep talking to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I am bawling. Now she leads me to the principal's office. No, to the assistant principal's office. And I'm telling you, the assistant principal and my dad literally could have been brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad, I believe brown skin, kind of dark skin, well-dressed, educated, beard. The assistant principal, he was dark skinned, well-dressed, bald head, educated, beard. I'm telling you, my dad got a super deep voice. He got a super deep voice. It's like, it was almost like they basically brought me right in front of my dad. I ain't gonna hold you. They look just that alike. I kid you not. And so I get in there, I'm bawling out crying. So, and this made me even angrier. So she gets into the room. I get into the room as well. We both sit down, and now Mr. Rout, I can say his name, Mr. Rout, rest in peace to him. He passed away, I think, some years ago. Rest in peace to him. He gets in there and he looks at me, and then he looks at the teacher. Why is Mr. Jefferson in my office? And then she starts talking like that. Well, Mr. Jefferson here, he just can't seem to keep his shirt tucked, and we just keep telling him, but he's not listening. So I believe that we have to call his father, his parents. We have to, because he's just not listening to us, Mr. Rout. He's not listening. And then Mr. Rout low-key looked back and he was like, well, he's not? He looking at me. I'm like, I'm bawling, crying, my head down like this. I'm crying like that, you know what I'm saying? Straight, low-key snot, eyes saturated with water from my tears. I am scared. And then they making me angrier because they talking like that. You know what I'm saying? So he said, well, you have to call his parents. And then Mr. Rout looked back like, well, I believe that we have to. He pick up that phone, he called my dad, and he looking at me the whole time while he talking to him. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. He's at the school, he can't keep his shirt tucked in. He's really been having issues with that lately. And one of the teachers are really gotten fed up with it. Yes, mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. All right, Mr. Jefferson, thanks for talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Hung up the phone, and then he looked at me, and then he looked back at the teacher. You're not gonna have no more problems out of him. And she said, thank you so much, Sarah. Come up, Mr. Jefferson. And I'm just. Then I get out, and she said, well, go ahead to your 5th period class. Woo! I ain't gonna lie to you. At the time, I wanted to set Shorty down like a football. And just straight, bam! Just straight punter. I ain't gonna lie to you. I sure didn't want to do that at the time. Cause like she could have just talked to me straight, just like, all right, bro, we're gonna do this. But now it's like she was almost enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? So now this is even worse. Because I wish I could have just got it at the end of the day, and I could just went home, just got my whooping, it would have been over with. But no, this made it worse, because I believe this was at the beginning of 5th period, I believe. So that made it even worse, because now I gotta just sit there and just wait. This was my long day, because they told me in 5th period. Now I had to wait through 5th period, 6th period, 7th period, right? So now I had to sit on that, waiting for the whooping I'm gonna get when I get home, right? I had to let that fester in me. So now, boom, school over with. I get on the bus, I go home. So now it ain't over with, because my dad was a principal at the time. So he didn't get home until about 4-something, 5-something anyways, right? So when I got home by like 3-something, he's not home. So I get home, I beat my mom there. She comes to pick me up, and now I got private lessons, right? I got private lessons because I was playing my instrument at the time, so I had to go to that. So, and this made it even worse, because when I got into the car with my mom, when she came to pick me up from the crib, she just looked at me all sweet and nice. She said, how was your day, sweetie? And I'm just looking back. It was good, mom. It was good. I'm just like, bruh, she don't know what her son been doing in school and what gonna be the news that's gonna be dropped on her when we get back. You know what I'm saying? She just don't know, but she just talking to me all nice and sweet. How was your day, sweetie? How can I tell my mama that? I can't do that. So we leave from the crib. She drops me off at the private lesson for like an hour. She comes pick me up. She greets me again. Makes me feel even worse. How was private lessons, sweetie? And I just look back at her like, good, mama, it was good. We driving home, and I kid you not, as we're pulling up to the crib to go into the driveway, My dad is already parked, getting out of his car. And I kid you not, as we're going into the driveway and my dad is like, halfway out his car and he's looking. I look at him, he look at me. And when I tell you, my dad made the angriest face. I don't believe I've ever seen him make a face angrier than that since that day. That dude scrunched up his face and he was, bro, for real, that my father really looked deep into my soul. And I just look at him, he look at me, and I just sink into my seat like, it's over when I get into the crib. It was over. I already knew. So my mama gets up, parks at the back of the house. My dad's in the front. She gets out just, she just gets out the car smiling, thinking it's gonna be sweet when she get in there, not knowing what her son did. Cause my dad finna straight slam dunks the news on her about what her son been doing. So I'm just being super slow coming out the car. You know what I'm saying? I get in the back seat to get my book bag. I grab my instrument. I just start reaching for additional stuff that I know wasn't there. I'm just trying to kill time because I'm not trying to face what I gotta face when I get into that crib, right? I'm wasting some time and I was like, it's time to go in. I get into the crib. I go straight to my room. Why go meet my father? Why go meet my dad? He finna come pull up on me in a few. I don't need to come meet him. He finna come pull up on me. During that short period of time that I had before they come pull up on me, I was thinking of a game plan. I was like, all right, cool. I know I'm finna get whooped. What can I do to make it easier for me? So I was like, all right, I got these dicky pants on from Walmart, and people that know they got dicky pants, they tough. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna put my hands in my pocket and I'm gonna clench my cheeks together. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna clench my cheeks together and he gonna swow. Cause my dad, he wasn't the one that was vicious with the belt. It was my mama. See, my dad, he'll give you a certain amount of licks. He'll let you know. He'll be like, I'm gonna give you about 5-6 licks. And he'll legit do that and he'll call it a day. My mama, the one, he's just like, she gonna give you the business. You know what I'm saying? And when it's over is when it's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad, the one that you want to whoop you, cause he's just gonna give you a small percentage and he gonna call it a day. My mama, the one that's gonna when I feel like it's enough, I feel like it's enough. Don't get it twisted. My mom ain't beat us. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do that. But when it was time to discipline, that's what she did. And her message was always felt. You know what I'm saying? So I come up with my game plan. I'm gonna put my hands in my pocket, clench, and I'm gonna be straight. And as I expected, only about 5-10 minutes, I hear them slumping come across to my room. 3-5-4 from them, they pull up. My dad looking at me, and I'm looking at him. They start going off on me, and I was like, all right, cool. Gets up, and it was like I told y'all, he only gave me about 6 licks, and I stuck to my game plan. He said, wow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it was over. And I thought it was over. Right? He did that. And I made it through. I barely felt it because dicky pants from Walmart, they built different. They tough. You know what I'm saying? So as he finished, I let my act down a little bit too early, too soon. Right? I had to act like it was hurting me because if I wasn't screaming, then they're gonna think like, oh, this have no effect, so let me do it a little bit harder. But I was faking it. But then I let my act down a little bit too soon, right? So after he was finished with the last one, I was like, and I think I started smiling a little bit too soon. I gave up the act too soon, y'all. I'm sorry. So now, my mama, the one that's crazy with the belt, she noticed. She was like, that didn't hurt you? And I was like, that didn't hurt you? Oh, you think you slick? She's talking about Emmett because my dad's also Emmett. You know what I'm saying? My dad's also named Emmett. He's like, Emmy, give me the belt. I was like, Mama, don't do that. Don't do that. She's like, Emmy, give me the belt. And she said, ah. She wore my tail out that day. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was so bad, I gotta give y'all some visual representations of the whooping that she gave me. Yeah, y'all, she, she put hands, feet, knees, and shins on your boy. And like I told y'all, when my mama whoop you, her message is felt. I felt her message that day. I was sprung out on the floor like. So after she was done, that's my mama, you feel what I'm saying? She gotta throw that extra little bit on it. As she walking out, she said, and you can't play the game. You can't play the game till I tell you can. And that's the end of the story, y'all. That was the last and worst whooping I ever got, y'all. I should have just kept my shirt tucked in, bro, because what was I doing for real, man? What was I doing for real? You know what I'm saying? So that's the moral of the story. Just respect your elders, respect the school, respect the law, respect your parents, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be good, bro. And I'll also respect God's law over everything. And you're gonna be strong. You're gonna be fine, y'all. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, y'all. And I hope y'all keep God first over anyone and anything. Y'all have a blessed day. And please come back for next week's story time. And I'll see y'all again. Peace.